Okay, I forgot to say in between that we're up to the pump. The reverse input drum, I had to upgrade this because the early style drum was warped where the band rides, and I can't find that drum anymore, so I had to put a later drum in it. This drum used to shutter bad on reverse, so we put a reducer plug in the exhaust feed. It dumped off too much of the pressure. So we used to just grab a pack of it made by Fitzall and we just drive it in there. Or the Transco shift kit for the E model, you can drill out both holes and then put a 30,000 tier and a 30,000 tier. Or you just put that one plug in here, reduces it down to 60,000s. So basically it was way too big for the bleed. But it's got different clutches, different steels, and different wave plate and snap ring. Top plate is different too. So this drum's cherry, and it's got the square feed hole, and it's orificed right here with the smaller hole here, so it should work absolutely fine. But I had to double check the tech info on that, but that's what we're up to. So got new bushings in it. There you go. Getting ready to set that down in there. Now it's all the way down, and you can pull up and down on it. And the drum don't move. Then we're going to put our band in. Take a screwdriver, hold the band over, drum over to it a little bit. Put it down in there. So your pin. Then we put our anchor in. And I like to shake it nice and free. Up to our pump gasket. And we will check the in clearance since we changed a bunch of stuff. But you always want your gasket in there to check in clearance because the gasket obviously is a thickness. So there's that. Now, we're up to the pump. That side's done, but the E model pump will not work with this, but I don't have a late model 700 that had that nice lip there. So I'm probably going to have to use this. And I'll try to drill this hole a little bit bigger. They used to have us drill this drain back hole to help with the seal blowout. But the bushing is what I'm worried about coming out. I may not be able to use this bushing, but they do have one from Durabond there's no split in it that goes in pretty tight. So I ordered one of those. That'll be in the morning. Other than that, all we do is throw it up on there, put the valve body and the servo in. We've got the rest done. Got your new governor gear on. Those are the weights and everything for that truck. This is calibrated for that truck. Our valve is nice and free. We got a Corvette servo all built. Got the shift kit springs in here. We've got our new servo pistons, and we're putting in these late model like 88 to 92 accumulator springs. The shift kit says to flip this over and put a yellow spring in. That's cool on the electronic models, but not so much on the 700. It gave it kind of a soft fourth gear, and we don't want that. This right here, we're going to put back in second gear. The shift kit wants you to put in their little setup. It's a blue spring, then a spring holder, and then an orange spring on top. They kind of want the piston in the middle here of the stroke. The problem with that is, and they didn't do that until later years. They used to always just have you put the spring back in. But the problem with that is it gives you a nice 1-2. It actually looks like that. But this spring breaks all the time. Then you have a funky 1-2 shift. This doesn't break. It doesn't hurt the plate like the old orange springs used to that broke through the plate. And it gives you a real nice 1-2 shift. So that's the only thing about the shift kit I don't do, is I don't follow the instructions. I just put these nice firm late model, and it just so happens I had two here. I can't believe it, after all these years. But so all that's done. You got your commercial clutch pack, your vet servo, going with the 10 vein rotor. And here's all the stuff that this drum, all the 3/4 stuff, all this stuff right here has all been updated. Even the pump bolts, we're doing away with the old washer style and going to the O-ring style. So all this stuff here, sprags, boat sprags, all that right there, the pin. Actually, this little spring on the inside of this, the return spring on the inside of this, right there, that's updated to an electronic model too. I had an extra one laying around. They used to shrink and let the pin flop back and forth all the time. So it's going to be a nice one. Very nice.